So really a nice expansion here where we started about 2 years ago with our own investments, kind of took the plunge ourselves with our own cash, and now we're opening it up to our passive investors. And boy, do they love it, because when I sent out an email about a month ago for our first short-term investment opportunity to our passive investors, in 72 hours, the thing was fully funded. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Passive Cash Flow Podcast. I'm your host, Aaron Fragnito, and thank you for joining us once again for another podcast about an in-depth real estate analysis. Today, we have no guest. In fact, I'm going to talk about PCG short-term rentals. What's going on with our rentals right now, our short-term rentals, this new branch that we're developing here at People's Capital Group, and how we're expanding into new markets with new opportunities here that we've proven over the last couple of years. And now we're inviting passive investors to come on in and start investing passively and experiencing the benefits of owning high cash flow properties in high demand markets without, of course, doing all the work. And if you want to learn more about that, you can go to peoplescapitalgroup.com, where you can learn the process to qualify for one of these passive investments, whether it's in a short-term rental or even in one of our apartment buildings in New Jersey. Let's talk about how it works, why we're investing in these markets, and through this process with this type of real estate, the long-term strategy overall with short-term rentals in rural New England and the hospitality strategy there, and also the investor benefits, how our passive investors are structured with these deals, and the types of returns and the types of benefits they gain from investing in these properties, from cash flow to free vacation nights as well. So Seth Martinez, my business partner, and we focus on primarily buying apartment buildings and fix and flips and multifamilies in New Jersey. We've been doing that for about 10 years. But the issue with a lot of those properties is that they make great equity gains over time and give good tax benefits, but New Jersey income properties can be lower on cash flow. So they don't produce a ton of cash flow, and we want to complement that lack of cash flow with a cash flow heavy investment for our investors, and that is short-term rentals. And we find that a good place to do that is rural New England. Not going to give away exactly where we invest because we don't want to invite a ton of competition, but if you are a qualified investor, then you'll see those types of opportunities we're starting to put out to our network. So these opportunities include short-term rentals on lots of land within usually about 15 minutes of a major ski resort in rural New England. And we do find that people love getting out to the woods right now, especially with COVID going on, and getting out and getting some fresh air. It is crazy the amount of demand we have. Now, our short-term rentals did good in 2018 and 2019, but now they're doing great. It's just crazy since the pandemic. This is a COVID-friendly investment. It's actually an investment that makes more because of the corona, not less. So that's one of the reasons we're doing it. Also, it's cash flow heavy. It's not really an equity play, where in New Jersey, when we buy apartment buildings, we buy them for a discounted price. We try to do the same thing here in Vermont, but it's more of a cash flow focused investment in Vermont than where in New Jersey, we have an equity strategy where we'll buy a mismanaged apartment building, improve the value of it, improve the cash flow, and refinance and harvest that equity over time. Now, with the short-term rentals, our qualified investors do have a 3-year exit option, so they can exit every 3 years, similar to our apartment buildings, which tend to be about 3 to 5 year minimum investments. And the investment amounts are similar, around $30,000 to $50,000 to get started. So the investments are similar in that sense. And the benefits is, in addition to double-digit cash flow, are also that it's very fun. We actually give a free, up to a week, depending on how much you're investing in the property, but up to a week stay at the property. So, it's just a fun little bonus that we give to our investors. And it's something that buying apartment buildings in Newark and Patterson for years, we don't offer free stays at those properties, but we do offer free stays at the short-term vacation properties here in in rural New England. So really a fun investment for our investors, who not only are they making phenomenal cash flow on the property, they do experience some equity growth over time. They do also get to enjoy the tax benefits of real estate, tax depreciation, being an owner of the building of the property here for short-term rentals. But they also get to enjoy a free week there. So just a really fun investment for our investors. Fun for me. I actually enjoy discussing it with investors. I've been doing apartment buildings for years, so it's kind of fun doing a little change. And boy, are these just beautiful pieces of real estate. We're buying in a 2-bed, 2-bath right now on 11 acres, and we're adding a bedroom and a bathroom and improving the value and refinancing out one of our private investors. We have 2 other private investors who hold long-term equity positions in it. And those equity investors will enjoy cash flow every quarter. They'll enjoy tax benefits. They'll enjoy equity growth. So those passive investors are also the ones that get the free stay. But it's just a beautiful piece of real estate with a stream running through it. Really fun property with hiking trails. And we own another property that is similar to that. And we're also buying now a 2-family in a nice, cute little town here. And we're also, right near some bars and restaurants you can walk over to. And it's great during ski season as well, but even summer and fall and spring. So we really love investing in these rural areas. And it's just a beautiful place to work. And I enjoy coming up here and building this part of the business. So Seth Martinez is handling the operations primarily in New Jersey. I'm handling the operations primarily in Vermont right now. And it's a fun expansion of our company here into rural New England. We've been here for about 2 years, and now we're building out our portfolio. We have our resources in place. We have our infrastructure in place. My wife has a short-term management and hospitality business that offers incredible benefits. Like if you stay at one of our Airbnbs, you can buy champagne service. So you have cold champagne on ice with orange juice or pineapple juice or whatever mixer you want, waiting at the property. There's also other benefits, other things we can offer Dagny International offers, my wife's company, not our company, different company entirely. And they do all of our management hospitality servicing for our short-term rentals. And they're incredible at it. The cleaning system we have, the people we work with, the contractors there and the independent contractors in rural New England are great for us. And we've developed a nice system and a good infrastructure, just like we have in New Jersey, but now out here in rural New England. So really a nice expansion here where we started about 2 years ago with our own investments, kind of took the plunge ourselves with our own cash. And now we're opening it up to our passive investors. And boy, do they love it, because when I sent out an email about a month ago for our first short-term investment opportunity to our passive investors, in 72 hours, the thing was fully funded. So if you want to learn more about that and get qualified for our next opportunities, you can jump in there and get access to these private offering memorandums for either apartment buildings in New Jersey or our short-term rentals, which I'm talking about during this podcast here. The place to go is peoplescapitalgroup.com, and you can fill out an application right on our website, and that will allow you to hopefully qualify to invest. We'll review the application. If you do qualify as a sophisticated or accredited investor, then you can set up a call with me, Aaron Fragnito, to learn more about the qualification process. Once we have that call, I will underwrite you and qualify you and answer your questions. And then if you're qualified, our staff will send you the offering memorandum so you can take a look at the next property we're buying with investors and take a look at all the details and understand it. And then we'll have another meeting, a one-on-one. We can go through that offering maybe through a Zoom meeting, which we're doing a lot of these days. So my name is Aaron Fragnito. Thank you for listening here. We talked about short-term rentals and how PCG, People's Capital Group, our company here, is expanding into this new marketplace, using our infrastructure, bringing in our passive investors. We've already established a good infrastructure here, and now we're opening it up to our network. Hope you learned a little bit about what we do and how we're doing it. If you want to learn some more, go to peoplescapitalgroup.com and fill out that qualification form. I'm Aaron Fragnito. Thank you so much for listening today. Enjoy your afternoon, enjoy your evening, and enjoy your real estate investment experience.